So what if I tell that the third thing which I didn't liked about this motorcycle is the build quality. What's up YouTube? So today I'm gonna give back the R3 to its owner. So before that, I just talk about the things which annoyed me a little bit on this motorcycle, something like dislikes about this motorcycle. This is not going to be a hate video, certainly not a hate video. These are the things which I found to be a little bit discomfort to me during the days with this awesome machine. And you might be thinking also that since I'm making a video on things I hate on Yamaha R3, I'll be also making a video on things I love on Yamaha R3. Guys, I have a bad news for you. I'm not going to make it. The reason is because there are a hell lot of good things to talk about this motorcycle. So if I try to make it in a video and upload it, probably YouTube will block me saying that it's a too long video. I'll be almost like that uncle who comes for the marriage, who's an ex-army, and start talking about the wars, the way he threw the grenade. I'll be like talkative. So that's one reason I'm not making the video on the things which I like. So let's get into the things which I didn't like on this motorcycle. So first thing, so I was touring on this motorcycle yesterday, and you see these headlights. It's actually much functional. I love this headlights, how it looks. Also it functions, but I have a slight thing to tell on the functionality. So on the low beam, actually it gives a good illumination, but not great, and high beam also gives a good illumination, but the thing is actually it focuses to a point than giving a bright wider view. So the headlight just moves like that and brighten the area over there. So my problem when I was touring yesterday is that I started my journey at 4 a.m. in the morning from Bangalore, and I traveled to Wayanad and came back. So 4 to 6 a.m. I had a lot of kind of nice curves also. So whenever I wanted to take a turn and all, your handlebar is turned, but you don't have the vision to where you're going. So that means you are not seeing where you're going. So that was one issue which I found. So then later also, when I took it in the night also, I got to know that the focus is good in the straight line, but when you're taking a turn, you feel that okay, the area of the brightness could have been a little bit better. And second thing, yes, you might be thinking that why I'm not talking about it, the brakes. Actually, when you compare other motorcycles in the same cc, this doesn't have that much of a bite. Being very honest with you guys, if you just try riding a Ninja 300 or a Bentley 302R or a 300i, you'll get to feel that this doesn't have that much kind of bite which other motorcycles are given. So I was just slightly disappointed. It feels a bit spongy also, but it's not a factor that stop you from buying this motorcycle, because you have many other solutions to solve it also. And if you get used to this kind of a braking system, then that's fine, you could live with it. Only thing is, if you keep on switching from an RC390 and this one, you will feel that kind of a lack of bite in the brakes, the front brakes. The rear one is actually a normal one. Okay, so altogether it's doing a good job, but not the best. So what if I tell that the third thing which I didn't liked about this motorcycle is the build quality. I know that people gonna come, they will hack onto my ID and they will come and find where I am, they will kick me out. I have a crazy observation. Even the owner of this motorcycle also told the same thing to me. You see, you don't find any problem with the build quality, but moving towards the back of this motorcycle, you feel these kind of gaps. You see that? Which shouldn't happen with the 300cc motorcycle when you pay 4.3 lakhs on road. And another one thing you want to see, I mean, any day this could come out if a heavy pillion just step onto it. So I mean, from looking from the front, actually I don't see much things. Yeah, again here also there's a slight amount of a gap in the plastic, but it doesn't make any rattling noise and all. What I felt is that, I mean, it's like how you write the engineering exam and all. You start your exam like well writing, and by end of the exam you'll be scribbling a lot. So I think the designer in the Yamaha also is like, the boss just came in, hey, you completely designed the R3? I mean, he's like, no sir, I'm giving 5 more minutes, and he somehow managed to design this portion of this motorcycle. Basically, I'm not so much fan of this one. I felt the R15 looks much better in these areas and all. But that's one thing I have in my mind. But keep in mind, this is not giving any rattling noise. This kind of the gap in the plastic, you see all these areas. I mean, moving towards the back, you see this thing. That's why I told that just like writing the engineering exam. And the last and the final thing that I hated on this motorcycle, being 169 centimeter high, this motorcycle is very apt for me, because after sitting on this motorcycle I have a slight kind of an angle like this here. That means this is not at all a tall motorcycle. But you know what, it made me to hate my height. The reason is because in India we don't get that kind of a parking lot all the time. We end up parking it on a roadside most of the time. So when you want to pull the motorcycle back, you need to apply a lot of pressure on your leg. There comes a beautiful utility called the grab rail. Actually, you could sit on the motorcycle and hold the grab rail, and you yourself could pull it back. You don't need any other bloody bugger to do that. Okay, so by yourself you could pull it back. So on this motorcycle, actually I need to request few guys when I was stuck, because I was on the motorcycle and I need to push it back. The road was like this, slightly slanted. I need to push it back, so it took me some time. So I was thinking that if there was a grab rail, then it would have been wonderful for me to take it. I mean, it should be obscenely visible and all, but something to hold on, man. You see this? I mean, they never thought of having a grab rail. See, my second point, gaps in the plastic. So that's it with this video. This is not a hate video. Truly, I love this motorcycle a lot. If you ask me, will I buy this? My answer is I'm already on a 250. So next thing, what else? 600, right? Yes. If Yamaha brings in the 600 cc of this motorcycle, which is the R6, I mean, I'll go into confusion, man. So that's it with this video. If you like this video, do show some love in the form of likes and comments. Do let me know what you think about this video, as well as this motorcycle, the beauty. So see you in a different video. Goodbye.